Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
I didn't mean to just throw you under
That's all right.
the bus.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, John and I were talking about buses and how familiar the buses seem to be right now. we love to throw each other under the bus,
I
so
see.
the bus has become our friend.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have a Call Flow show.
We do.
You're Larry Burr.
I am Larry Burr, and you are?
Chris Wood.
We make a pretty good team, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So tell me, how was your evening yesterday?
It was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I noticed I didn't have to bring
You didn't
Idgy
have to bring
back,
it. That's
so
right.
I missed you seeing you yesterday.
Idgy was on a leash.
Aw,
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
Idgy doesn't like the leash.
I know she doesn't.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just, yeah.
Yeah, she forgets when she wants to run a rabbit that she's on a leash.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one of these days she's going to be dragging me through the grass or whatever, with the leash.
Luckily you have your,
the
like,
common sense to let go.
little Polaris thing, you can just
Yeah.
drag her with that.
Yeah, right.
That's-
Yeah. All right,
Well.
we've got open lines.
We do. Oh, yeah. The number is 434-394-0924. That's WFLO. If you want to talk about something this morning, give us a call. If you want to let us know what's happening in your area, let us know.
Yeah.
And until then, shall we take some days in this calendar day thing? It's like...
Oh, yes. Okay.
So 420 day.
What?
Because today's the 20th of
Oh, that's
of
right.
April.
The 20th of April,
Yeah.
420.
Mm-hmm.
420-23.
Right.
Right.
So just so in case somebody forgot that it's that day, then have fun, everyone.
Yeah.
Get to know your customers day.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like this should be
Every
day.
day. I think along the same lines here. Yes, I was
Often,
just
too
gonna say.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. I mean, if you're out there and you've got a business, maybe take an extra second just to get to know that person in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Might bring them back a few more times.
It's the third Thursday of each quarter.
Really? Well, that's cool. It's like Smile Day is every day.
Every day.
Yeah, we're smile warriors now. we're out to spread the smile warrior.
Yeah.
Blah. Volunteer Recognition Day. Oh, nice. Okay, people who volunteer. This is a
Yes.
biggie. This, I think, volunteers generally. Not a lot of people volunteer. The people that do have huge hearts and are selfless, and they go do things that the rest of us don't
If
do.
we didn't have volunteers, we'd be in pretty bad shape.
Well, how many times have you said, "Oh, I'm going to go do this. I want to go do this.
And
I
it
want
makes
to
you
see
feel
people."
so good.
It does. It is one of the best
Yeah.
things for the soul.
Yeah.
So, if you've got an inkling to volunteer, you can take this day just to sign up and tell them you're going to be there.
Well,
So-
that's that's the beauty about being a volunteer.
Yes.
You're helping, but you have, you can work on your own schedule.
Mhm.
But a lot of times volunteering is a lot of work, but it's a lot of
It is.
rewarding work.
It's the thing I think of with this is Jimmy Carter, like a couple years ago, got out of the hospital and went to help build a home for
Yes.
Habitat. It's that kind of soul and heart that I aspire.
And it's in everybody.
Yeah,
You
it
just
is.
have to go dig a little bit.
Everybody's got something they can do and that they're good
Absolutely.
at.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going down the food aisle. It looks like here. You want to let
National
everybody know?
Cheddar Fries Day.
Yeah,
We
what
had
can you
some
say?
of those just this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you?
Well, we were at a restaurant. We were-
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes it easier.
Yes,
a
it
lot
does. Yeah.
easier.
They served us for an appetizer. It was pretty good.
It does look good. That's for sure. National.
Pineapple Upside Down Cake Day.
You a fan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
I love pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Just love it. So, but these never spoke to me. They never said, "Larry, please come and eat us because we're so good."
Yeah, I've known a couple of very nice ladies who are past now, but they made wonderful pineapple
Yeah.
upside down cake.
I guess that's half of it too. How was it made? Was it a good one or not?
That one looks delicious.
No.
Anyway,
This, yeah,
lima bean respect day.
you got to respect the bean. They are a superfood, but they're disgusting.
Well, Francis he likes butter beans.
Butter beans, okay.
Butter beans, but if you can't find butter beans, baby lima beans are very good.
Okay.
They're not my mother used to use the great big lima beans, and whenever she made homemade rolls,
Mm-hmm.
she would put a big pot of lima beans with ham hock in there, ham and
Yeah.
and all that. And,
Lima
I
beans.
usually like the rolls better than the beans.
Oh, yes. And a big ham. Yeah, okay. And I was thinking of not lima beans. What are those the green ones that look a lot like this? The little, and they're, when you chew them, they just are disgusting.
Oh, I don't know. I've forgotten.
Maybe somebody out there
I know
can-
what they are.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
they
I
usually
can't-
come in mixed vegetables and they ruin the whole thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, for me, some people love them and I love those who love them. It's all okay.
It's all good.
Ooh, this is interesting.
National Lookalike Day.
Yeah. I don't know how far down the road people go on this one. I wonder if it's popular in a certain place or something. It's just kind of curious. La, la, la.
See, those who look like another person.
Mm-hmm.
Francis looks like another person.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's his doppelganger?
Oh, shoot. It went out of my
Bang.
head.
Yeah. I'm so happy.
John Nethery,
Ah.
I think his
Okay.
name was, who was with Lawrence Welk.
Oh, okay. Do you get that from people? Like, you look like...
Sometimes.
Yeah? Who do they say that you look like?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody that they know.
Just somebody, not somebody famous necessarily?
No, not necessarily.
I get told I'm all different kinds of... Bill Pullman was one of them. Sean Penn was one of them. And I forgot. There's a few others. And I don't look like any of them. But, it's nice to be told so.
Right.
I was probably just somebody trying to stroke my ego.
I may have gotten that name wrong. It was John. Anyway, it'll come to me.
Okay.
It'll come to me. A lot of
I
people
know,
out there probably
but it won't come to you until you're in the
Of
car,
course,
and then
so
you're
I'm
going to
in
be,
the car.
I'll remember
Good.
it next time I see them. And then you'll
Okay.
be, what was I thinking about?
National High Five Day.
This goes along with our, smile warrior thing, You smile somebody, if they smile back, give them a high five, take it just another...
So what's funny is when you go to give them a high five and you miss. It's like National Air Five Day.
John and I did that the other day. Two grown men completely missed. It's like, what's going on here?
I know.
Yep.
Got to concentrate on stuff like that.
Well, fun. There's a lot of stuff here to keep you busy on
That's
this
right.
day.
That's right.
Let's see. We were talking about gardening yesterday. I'm surprised nobody called because I'm still kind of wondering if somebody out there has some secret tips for keeping gophers out, or maybe what's the best thing to grow right now, or what, So if you do have any gardening tips or information, if you'd call us at 434-394-0924, we'd love to hear that.
What you like in your garden?
I tried too many things. I really wish I could grow watermelon, but I don't know if watermelon does that well, in just somebody's garden like that.
I would think so.
You think so?
Yeah. I
Think-
like the small ones,
Oh, I thought of
seedless
that.
ones. Yeah, but we usually get those for Francis. I'm not a big watermelon eater.
No?
Watermelon lover. No.
I
think I OD'd on watermelon when I was a kid.
Is that what it is? Because I don't know. For years, I haven't eaten watermelon, and then we got here, and I started eating watermelon and couldn't get enough of the stuff. So it's a great way to hydrate too.
Yes, it is.
And then there's that song that came out, Watermelon High.
Oh, yeah.
Still not sure what that's all about. But
Yeah, Francis loves that song too.
does he?
Yeah.
And I loved it up until the point they overplayed it, and then,
Yeah.
and then I was like, no. But I like it again now. So
Good.
yeah, I love my watermelon. I love my. What about other melons? Do you like?
Cantaloupe, it's my favorite.
And you guys have great cantaloupe here, and you have great watermelon, so that's a nice thing. The melon, what's the green one? The
Honeydew?
honeydew.
I'm not a honeydew fan.
Really? I prefer the honeydew over the...
I like a honeydew list, but not honeydew. No.
Do you put your cottage cheese in the middle? If only you could have seen Chris's face. Right?
No.
I thought she was going to have to run from the room.
Run from the room, yeah. The only way I like cottage cheese is in my lasagna.
Yeah. I like cottage cheese. I don't like the other cheese all that much. What's the other cheese you usually use?
Mozzarella?
No, the other one.
Parmesan?
No, the other one.
Those are the only ones I use.
The feta cheese, I think
feta.
it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I
use
like
that.
feta cheese.
Do you? I'm
No,
not
you
a
don't.
fan.
I wouldn't put feta cheese in lasagna.
Okay, that's good to know.
Too.
Yeah. I made you guys lasagna once. Do you
Yes,
remember
you
that?
did.
Well, how did you like
It
it?
was delicious.
Well, of course you say that now,
Well, it
but
was.
was it? It was
Yeah,
okay.
it was delicious.
I appreciate that. Thank you very
Well,
much.
yeah, you're welcome.
WFLO, you were on the air.
Good morning. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Hey,
Is this the,
first time caller.
Chris and Larry show?
Yes. Yes, it is.
You know, you guys were talking about watermelon. And I went to a wine festival, and they were serving little chunks of watermelon, and they were, what would be a good word, almost just forcing salt on tossing salt on the watermelon. Have you guys tried that?
Yeah. My dad used to do it, and he'd put pepper, too.
No, not pepper. Salt on melons is supposed to make them sweeter for some reason. I don't know
Really?
why that is, or maybe you get the salt and the sweet together. I do like salty things and sweet things together.
Oh, yes.
But I don't do that simply because I don't need the extra salt. But
What about other salty, sweet things? I like French fries in my Wendy's Frosty.
yeah, that's delicious.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
was meant to be.
Yeah.
Too great taste.
Right. So, have you tried watermelon with salt on it?
Only at that festival, and maybe I had already had an opinion before I started,
Uh-huh.
just because, salt on it. So I never tried it again.
Yeah.
Can't
But,
imagine you
so
having a thought before that. Are you saying?
Yeah, it had to be a mental gig.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
So, but
I've heard of that.
So you going to the wine festival?
I'm not sure. It's a definite maybe. I haven't won those tickets yet. I keep not calling, and nothing happens.
Well, I keep announcing it without the number, so we're right on the same page, dude.
Oh man, we were talking about the melons and lopes and growing them in your garden.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is what I found out. This is just my personal opinion. Because they take up so much room, both of the guys. At the farmer's market in town,
Yes.
there's some vendors that have great melons and lopes. And you just go up there once a week and get your gig. And it's right there. No fuss, no muss.
You're absolutely right, too. I was there every weekend last year, taking somebody there, and the produce is beautiful. Oh, there's a guy who does a barbecue too. When he comes, oh man, it's a good day for food.
Yeah, you can use that space for other, other produce.
Yeah,
But,
I see what you're saying.
The space in the garden.
Yeah.
But I have a question
Okay.
about, and I'm not even sure how to say it, but I'm going to try.
Uh-oh. I can tell this is
Nothing horrible.
loaded.
No, I was listening to a there's a show that comes on late night and radio show.
Uh-huh.
So the guy was it's political, so the guy was talking about somebody, and he used the word a-hole on the air.
Oh, dear.
And then he says, "Oh, I'm not even sure if it's legal to say that, but if I get fined, I'm going to say it again." So he does.
Huh.
So my question is that an acceptable non-fining word in the radio?
I don't know what the rules are on that. I haven't really personally.
Well, personally, I think that it's rude and it's crude, and there are certain people out there who would take offense to it. But as far as it being banned or taboo on the radio, I'm not sure about that.
Definitely more taboo than banned. I mean, you think about Rush. No, who's the other late night caller?
Howard Stern?
Howard Stern, yeah. His language was just off the charts and filthy. So I guess there's really no repercussions or penalties that happen if you do that.
Right. There are other words you can use that would signify the same thing or never mind.
What,
delineate.
Can you think of some? No.
Well,
Oh, so there's not. So I always pictured like a list of words on your desk or posted somewhere where you don't say. Just in the heat of the moment, you might slip or.
Yeah.
So, I guess is there a list of words then out there that
there probably is.
you say this and you're fine.
But if if you had common sense, you would probably, strike off at least 10 of those words,
Right.
or wouldn't,
Yeah.
in your own mind.
Common sense is the key.
Probably,
Yeah.
But we are humans, so.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well,
sometimes you do.
speak for yourself. You shouldn't just assume.
Oh, dang.
I don't have one of those. Never mind.
Anyway, we can probably look that up and find out what's good to say and what's not good to say, or what's banned.
Certainly, I could digress.
There was a gentleman that passed yesterday, and I don't think anybody called. He was I only know him from bingo, church bingo. His name was Furman.
Okay.
I'd like to give him a shout out. I don't know if that was his first name or his last name, or was it like Madonna or Prince, or was it a made up name? So.
And you
but
said
Furman
that
was his name, and he passed. I think he passed at what's the local center in town? But anyway.
Okay. Do you have his first name or?
No, I don't know if that was his first or last or stage name or.
Where?
I think there's. What's that?
Oh, I was just going to ask. I've forgotten where you're calling from.
Oh, he would have lived in the Prospect area.
Okay.
So there was a local church that we went to a bingo once a month, and I'd see him there. And
all right.
Yeah. So
well, maybe somebody out there knew. They can give us a call.
I'm with that. Yeah. Yeah, he seemed like he was quite popular.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to find that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for calling, first-time caller. That was quite the conversation for a first time,
Oh my God! Well, yeah, I've been saving it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, man.
Thank you. You
take
too.
Care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Love our first-time caller.
Sure. Sometimes he's our own time caller.
That's true. That's true.
But we don't
he's
want
got
that
his
to
own.
happen today.
He's got his own show. I keep forgetting. I got to get his name so that I can, write it on the podcast. When he calls.
Oh.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
You don't do any streaming TV, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you stream? Netflix or?
No, we don't do Netflix, but we've got Peacock and
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Paramount Plus. And
What's your favorite?
my favorite.
Yeah.
Right now, let's see. We watch Beachfront Bargain Hunt a lot.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, we dream a lot. Anyway, no.
WFLO, you're on the air.
Good morning. I was listening to that conversation about things you can say on the air.
Yeah.
What do you think of the comment that cussing is the indication of a limited vocabulary?
I disagree with that. I mean, in cases I can tell that it's an indication of that. But I had an English teacher in college that used to love to say the F word, and she used it in a way that it was poignant. And I think any kind of cuss word can be used that way, but common sense means you probably won't use them in most circumstances. Don't need that kind of vulgarity to get your thoughts across. And so I think there is where it may not be intelligence, sometimes it is, but other times it's just mental anguish that causes that kind of thing.
Well,
it's my story and I'm sticking to it.
What do you think?
well, as far as the F word is concerned, my generation didn't grow up using that word, but you find that the younger generations here, they accept it and they use it as part of their regular day-to-day rhetoric.
Yeah.
And I do take offense to that, but it just it depends upon your social status and how old you are, and just I personally take offense to the word.
Yeah.
But I'm not averse to hearing it if it's in context or used.
Yeah.
And in most circumstances, I think it's totally overused. And cursing anyway is, it's a way to vent, I guess.
What do you think, caller?
This is Hanuman, just in case you want to know, because I call you.
Yeah.
I'm called Buckingham.
I think I got your email the other day.
Oh, good.
Yesterday,
I just did the recording this morning. It was an hour-long presentation. It was really excellent. So you'll get a chance to look at that if you want to see it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that it's a very passionate thing that people do when they cuss. Mm-hmm. But I think I look at how I feel after I've heard something.
Nice.
Whether it's cussing or it's poetry or it's music, everything seems to emit or invoke a response and a feeling. And so that's what I go by. And I don't feel good after I hear cussing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very well said. I like that. It's a very good description. How do I feel about this?
Yeah, that explains it. Explains a lot. But these days, it's just, it's everywhere. And, the younger generation, when they hear it come out of their parents' mouth or whatever, it becomes sort of a household word. Mm. And that I don't like at all.
Mm-hmm.
I had to teach my son to swear because he was just not good at it. I'm kidding.
You're a good dad.
I didn't want him being unprepared for the world.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's a good conversation. And I think it's thought-provoking, And I think that's the key to everything. If we could stop and say, really, how does this kind of make me feel? I'm all about that vibration thingy, but, very good way to live.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We appreciate your input.
Okay. You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, Larry, it's 8:30.
Most excellent. Oh, wow. Thank you for catching that. You know what happens to me sometimes?
You digress a lot. But you can't turn back the clock.
I guess this is all I got to do is push this little button right here. Are you ready to do them, or you want me to do?
I'm ready. Let's do the weather forecast first.
You want to do that first?
Yeah, because that's the bottom of the hour.
Should be pretty fast. It's pretty steady, and we know what's going on. It's 53 out there right now. Winds are calm. Humidity still at 94%, and the barometer's steady at 30.16. It's going to be sunny today and Friday. They're almost identical. It's going to be sunny with a high of 89, then a low of 59 overnight. Friday, sunny with a high of 87, and overnight increasing clouds with a low of 59. On Saturday, it looks like it's going to rain between, a little bit before 11, and then between 11 and 2, it's going to get a little worse with some showers and possible thunderstorms with a lot of wind, up to 20 miles an hour and gust up to 31. It's about an 80% chance of rainfall.
Ouch.
And it looks like about 1.25 of an inch. So, it's not too bad. It's not a torrential downpour. So, see, I think a jacket and an umbrella.
And not an umbrella.
An umbrella?
An umbrella.
What did I say? And we should probably add galoshes, just for safekeeping. I know that doesn't that part kind of get a little soggy?
Gets a little.
Just a little? Oh, good.
Soggy.
That'll be twice the fun then.
I know.
So Sunday, though, it clears out, the festival's over. Might as well bring the sun right back out as that happens. A high near 66, a low of 41 on Sunday night. Monday, sunny with a high of 65. That trend is going to continue on to the work week next week. And that brings us to the best part of the whole day.
Birthdays. All right. Today is April the 20th.
Yes,
already.
It is.
We have Tyler Rice celebrating a birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. We have Lane Carolyn Caldwell.
Lane.
Mm-hmm. With a birthday. That's an interesting name. would it be?
Caldwell or the Blaine?
Well, I like Lane. I think that's.
I do too.
That's pretty cool. Okay, and we have an anniversary as well.
Excellent.
Mr. and Mrs. Bud Cox.
Mrs. and Mr. Bud Cox.
Okay.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Absolutely.
To you.
How didn't say how long they've been married?
No.
I hope it's been a long, happy time.
I hope so too. All right.
Isn't it nice to have your significant other, your mate, your partner, and you know who it is, and they're right by your side.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff there.
Yep. Those are just all the names that we have for today, this 20th. Of course, tomorrow being Friday, you'll have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday birthdays.
Tomorrow's Friday already. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
The week's been, Jesus. I hate to, say good because then it might, I don't want to challenge the universe.
This is not wood.
I know. It was going to knock on my brain. I figured it was harder.
On my brain, I'm a wood. Anyway. That's going to do it for our birthday and anniversary calendar for today, this Thursday, the 20th. And you can send in the names to birthdays
thank you.
at WFLO.net. You can mail them in to 217 West 3rd Street, Suite 2, Farmville, Virginia, 23901. And that's going to be Heartland Communications.
Sweet Tooth, what?
Suite 2. Suite 2. Suite 2.
Oh, we're Suite 2 over here.
Suite 2.
I heard there might be a boutique or a VR place going in next door. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't decided what I want to do.
Oh. You caught me again. See, I'm so gullible.
How about, maybe a haircut place? Oh, no, there's already one upstairs, isn't there?
There is?
Yeah.
A haircut place?
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
So we were in the middle of a conversation about like shows and stuff, or
Oh, yeah.
look what good shows are going on right now.
What do you like? Do you get Netflix?
I cannot remember. Yeah, we do Netflix and Prime.
Yeah, we don't do that yet. I'd like to have Netflix, but
It's got a lot of stuff on there. We've watched everything that they have.
I like the FBI series.
Do you? Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm watching like Lock and Key right now. I like my fantasy. I love magic and that type of stuff.
I do too. Yeah, I like that. I like sci-fi stuff.
We will do. Oh, we're watching The Firm right now, and it's it's okay. It's written fairly well, acted okay, but yeah, the premise is really good. Trying to think of what else.
I heard Yellow Jacket on Showtime.
Oh,
is good.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that about? Do you know?
Well, I haven't seen but about 1 or 2 episodes, but it's about this soccer team. I think it's soccer. They get they're going to a championship somewhere. And they're flying, and their plane crashes.
Oh, is it based on a true story?
I don't think so. But anyway, it gives you the backstory and then the present day as to how the survivors are coping with it.
Wow. So it probably is kind of a true story. That's the other thing I like a lot. True stories, based on true stories. Most of the time it's lightly or thinly veiled as a true story, but I do like those. So.
Well, Larry, are you a cat person or a dog person?
Oh,
or both?
I'm definitely both. Yeah, I couldn't really pick one over the other one. We've got one dog, a little terrier, and then 2 cats. One cat's in our face all the time, can't leave us alone. The other one we don't see very often. And
that's Stephen, right?
No, Stephen's the one that's in your face.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
BB, I call her the basketball.
Oh, okay.
She's the cutest little round basketball cat you've ever seen. That's right. And she just looks at you like Groucho Marx is what her face is like.
Strange because we had a dog named BB.
Really?
She was our honey lab.
Really?
Yeah.
BEBE? Mm-hmm. Interesting. How did you come up with that name?
I didn't. Francis did.
Okay.
We want to call her BB.
I know, yeah. Alicia came up with it too. So who knows?
Oh, all right.
How about you? Cat or dog?
Well, both,
yeah.
actually. But Francis is allergic to cats.
Oh, no. My dad was.
And he doesn't like cats anyway.
Oh.
Because he had an encounter when he was younger with a Siamese cat.
Siamese will do it.
Yeah. So,
we had one here. We had a Siamese we'd rescued from Charlottesville. It got out and ran away.
I know.
So,
yeah.
That was a beautiful cat, too.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, but we have had dogs. We've had Labrador retrievers mostly, but he had a Springer Spaniel too, named Nicholas.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
I had Great Danes back in California at different times, one in L.A. and one up in Cotati, but they're great dogs. They just are way too big. Or one in L.A. would get under the coffee table, and we'd be using it, pizza, sodas all around, and somebody would knock on the door, and the dog would just stand up. The whole table would just fly. And the dog would be running around with this table. And you'd think after the one time we'd learn. But no, it was multiple times that the dog got to take the table for a walk.
Yeah. I would like to have a Maine Coon cat.
I'm not familiar with that.
They're big.
Okay.
Big cats, and but they're just like a dog, basically. I mean, they're just they've adapted very well, and they like to stay mainly inside.
Okay.
Yeah, and they get around your neck, and they look. I guess that they range from 20 pounds to 35 pounds or something like that.
That would be great.
They're big.
Yeah.
They're
I love big cats.
Yeah.
Oh man, I always said you take a cat and a dog the same size, the cat's going to win.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I don't know why I would think like that at all. Let's see. So, this could be interesting. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I think I'm more of a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my time myself. I can entertain
you can be
myself,
alone, all right. Yeah.
But I love being around people as well. Yeah.
I'm kind of that way too. I can, depending on the circumstances. I think I'm much more of an introvert than I am an extrovert. It's tough for me to, do things like this and be seen.
Well, I know, but it educates you and gets you out there. And
it does. It's a good thing. So, Fran, would you call him a extrovert?
No.
No. Okay.
No, he's much more of an introvert. But when you get him on subjects that he knows about, then he just shines.
I was going to say the same word. He just shines. Who else do we know that we could? Alicia's kind of an introvert. She's got those tendencies, but she does love people too. She's it's all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't understand extroverts, I don't think, as much as they do introverts. It's harder for people to understand why everyone's not just talking all the time.
Right.
So, let's see. Do you have any hidden talents here?
Do I have any hidden talents?
Yeah. Like maybe you juggle plates,
I have a hard enough time trying to juggle my time, much less plates. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, cooking, arts, like an arts thing.
I can't draw the broadside of a barn.
Me either.
I can edit stuff because I read a lot. But as far as having some kind of a hidden talent, I don't know. People might say that I'm a good decorator, but you have to.
Oh, that's cool.
You have to have the means, and to be a decorator, you really have to know the place, and especially if you're decorating for somebody else, you have to know that person.
Yeah.
And what their environment is like, and what they really are into. If they like bright places, bright furniture, or a bright area with more comfortable looking furniture.
And you're right. My older sister is into kind of decorating too, but she has the means to do it.
Yeah, and I like to arrange flowers.
Oh, that's cool. That's definitely a talent.
A hidden talent.
I delivered flowers in high school. That was a lot of fun.
What have you not done?
A lot of stuff. Yeah. I don't know what I don't know, right? I mean, it was fun. I had to do that and wait tables, to get my money I needed to, date. It was need that stuff. Yeah. So
okay, what do we got?
What is
what we're here.
Okay.
And 392.
Oh yeah.
No, it's 434. Excuse me, 434-394-0924.
That's right. Yeah, we could definitely use a caller right about now. You mean to bail us out on our?
No, I'm enjoying it, but I would love to hear from some other people.
Or two. Definitely.
I haven't heard from Fred in a while.
What superpower do you wish you could have? Ooh, that's kind of a good question.
Don't ask me that right now.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that one. Where would you go on vacation if you had no budget? No budget at all.
If we had no budget, well, we've got a beautiful place, so I'd say down at our pond.
That'd be a good place.
Yeah, fish and
You could actually take a tent down there and pitch a tent and really be camping.
You know what we saw on, Francis saw on Facebook? They have inflatable docks now.
Oh, that's perfect. That makes sense, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, an inflatable floating dock.
That's perfect. So much easier.
I know.
Sure love my floatable kayak. I mean, or
You're
blow-up
inflatable, yeah.
Where did you see those, anyway?
He saw it on Facebook, like I said before, but I'm sure if you looked up inflatable docks, it would.
Oh, yeah, probably find that.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting one?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
no, not at this stage. So, if you could go back in time, which decade did you enjoy the most? Or which decade would you go to?
The 1960s.
The 60s.
Yes.
Okay.
I loved the 60s.
You had fun.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
What were you about? Like
Music was great. I was a
3
teenager.
years old?
No. I wish. No, I loved the music. I just loved, school. I loved being right there where I was in that particular time.
I think the majority of people would kind of go back to those teenage years. You know, I mean, they were hard, they were scary, but they were also the deepest connections I think I've made in my life. Besides Alicia, of course, but it's amazing how we all go back to that time, those reunions, and we know these people. Like you go and you see them, and it's just like yesterday that you had them in your. Yeah, I would go, which that means it would take me back to the 70s.
Yeah.
I could do that. Although the 80s were a lot of fun.
Okay. For you, maybe.
Yeah. They were
I say
fun.
every decade, you just have, it's how you live it, and if you take every day as if you live it, it's your last day, every decade is a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
That kind of goes along the lines of, is happiness a choice? I do have a connection there, but it's kind of choosing how you want to live, right? It's just, that's what it's all about. And, why is that so hard? How do we get in these situations and places that we just find ourselves waking up one day going, how did I get here? And that's I've done that a few times here in Farmville. How did
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's we're so lucky to have what we have, and
Yes,
I think
we are.
that's the thing that gets me through almost anything. It's like, all right, I got to have gratitude.
You have to count your blessings.
And I swear, I think all my problems are luxury problems. Somebody told me that when I was working corporate, and I was so mad at them. My problems are more important than that, but they are. Oh, my car's wrecked. I had a car, or that one's a little weird to do. I will have a new car. That's what's going to come up.
Right. That's right. Okay.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
My son's here in a week from tomorrow.
Good.
I know. I'm so excited. It
Yes.
really kind of snuck up on me. But now I'm thinking about everything I have to do and get ready for. And
That's something to look forward to.
it is. We all need that too throughout my life, right? I mean, that would be an interesting thing. What do people look forward to? If they need that little goal to look forward to something like the wine festival, or what kind of things?
Grandchildren. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's what gets you kind of.
Oh yeah. Always.
I think of going on a trip. It's usually going somewhere, doing something, but that's not how it works for you.
Well, it would have worked, but now it's. I've never really been I traveled a lot when I was younger.
I
lived in different places.
Yeah.
But
where all did you live? Do you remember that? I know. I have my list.
Narrows, Virginia.
Okay.
Greeley, Colorado.
Nice.
Came back to Narrows.
Okay.
I lived in Florida.
Really?
From Richmond.
What part of Florida?
Orlando.
Okay. Did you like that?
Yeah, well, my parents lived down in Bradenton, Florida, when we were down there. So,
Oh.
yeah, I got to see them.
Mm.
That was nice.
Jealous. Were you close to the beach?
No, Orlando's kind of in the middle.
Inland? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of inland. But, yeah, we would go to the beach some when we visited my parents. So,
Nice.
yeah, it was nice.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado.
First time I saw the ocean, I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's people who've never seen the ocean. That blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of how old I was. Probably 5 or 6 years old. When my dad loved to take his peeps over to San Diego, so it was.
okay.
We were extremely lucky, man. We got a private camp for a week or two, and of course 60 junior high students. But you know, it was all okay. Well, I was going to ask you what your favorite book of all time is, but that's kind of I don't know if that's a tough one. For
Any
me.
one of Francis's stories is my favorite, of course. You
I
know.
love his books.
Yeah.
He gives a lot of himself in those things.
Yes, he does.
He's going to continue on.
Yep.
So, how many countries have you been in? This is the travel show. This.
The United States.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So
I've
we
never
can-
traveled abroad.
Do you have a desire to?
I had to go somewhere. I'd like to go to Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italy's. Yeah. And I'm
The
going to
movie Under the Tuscan Sun with that,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you like the vineyards
Yes,
and the
Tuscany.
villas
Yeah, that-
My
that
sister
area.
goes there every few years. She has her little.
Well, if she ever needs a traveling companion, tell her to give me a call.
I loved Rome and I loved Venice. It's just.
Yeah, Venice would be interesting.
You know, I think I talked about, stepping over here. There's more history here than there is, obviously, back in the West. But you start walking the streets of Italy and those cobblestones and statues and kids, begging for money. You feel it. It's amazing. I suggest everybody do that.
Yeah.
You want to feel humble. So what's your favorite? So you said Italy. Is there a town in Italy?
Just that, that area.
Any place you've gone that you like the best? What would you suggest to other people to go to that you've seen?
Well, what would our callers suggest that we go to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 434-394-0924.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Hey, callers.
I'm eliciting callers here.
I get you now. It took me a while. There's something you said yesterday that I didn't catch really right on either, but later on I'm like, oh yeah, she's being ironic there.
Oh,
But I don't
okay.
remember what it was.
Okay.
That's true. If you have a place, a destiny that you want everybody to go to, call us, 434-394-0924. You can call us and tell us a place that you suggest nobody go to, but that's kind of negative. I'd rather have a
we need
positive experience here
Yeah.
so that our smile warriors can get their energy to go out there and smile at each other.
Right.
So do you like plane or boat?
Neither.
Really? Okay. So you always travel by car if you have the choice?
I have traveled by train some,
Yeah.
and I like that okay.
So they just didn't provide enough. You have traveled by...
I have traveled by plane,
Plane.
and I have traveled by boat.
Where'd you go to?
No,
on a
not boat.
No.
Well, I've been on a yacht before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a story to me.
It was pretty cool. But no, I don't like the thought of not being able to see land.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That keeps you
it
kind
keeps
of
me
from...
grounded.
I've told this story before on air, too. The most profound experience I had was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean when I was on the USS Ranger, and I was watching the sun go down on one side of the boat.
And the moon coming up.
Yeah, and I could feel myself floating in space. It's that sensation when you look at the stars and you feel insignificant, and it's like, but this was just really profound float. and
Wow.
Connected to the universe. So that was good.
I sound like I'm pretty dull, but as far as compared to you and all of your travels and
Absolutely.
everything like that. But
Yeah.
I've had a good life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've chosen well, I think.
Of course.
Padua.
Padua. What's that?
Star Wars, young Padua. He's teaching his student, and his student is called the Padua. I don't know why it came up right at the moment, but
you spit it right out. Okay. All right. Well, let's go someplace else.
All right.
Let's go to maybe history.
You want history?
Yeah.
I can do some history.
Can we do history?
Well, I'll have to find a little history, but I can definitely do that.
Okay, so there's some fun facts. We can do fun facts.
Yeah, that could spark something.
All
Maybe
right.
somebody out there would call us.
The Barbie doll's full name, you want it?
Oh, yes.
You want it out there, listeners?
Barbie doll.
Is Barbara Millicent Roberts.
And you can write her letters and send them to 217. No, I'm kidding.
From Willows, Wisconsin. Her birthday is March 9th, 1959,
Wow.
when she was first displayed at the New York Toy Fair.
1959.
And if you want more details, you can go to barbiemedia.com.
So, did you have...
No, my girls had Barbies.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. But none for yourself.
No, I had Tiny Tears and Revlon doll.
Tiny Tears. Mm-hmm. Did it actually have the tears?
Well, of course it did.
Well, I would have assumed you would have gotten ripped off if it didn't.
That's right.
All right. There actually aren't 57 varieties of Heinz ketchup. I would have guessed that.
You know, I never thought about that. I thought it was maybe 57 ingredients.
Yeah, I never really put any thought into it either.
That would be a pretty expensive bottle of...
That's really
sauce.
kind of funny that you can't, that they just assume that everybody thought that, I guess.
Yeah.
So...
One of President John Tyler's grandsons is still alive today.
Wow.
He was born
What?
in 1790. How is it possible? President Tyler, the 10th U.S. president, was 63 when his son, Lyon Tyler, was born in 1853. Lyon's son was born when he was 75.
Wow.
President Tyler's living grandson, Harrison Tyler, is 94.
Wow.
Lyon's other son, Lyon Jr., passed away in 2020 at the age of 95. The Tyler family still maintains the president's home, Sherwood Forest Plantation in Virginia.
Wow.
That is amazing.
You know, we've been... almost every show that we watch that has kind of a location on TV has been Virginia. It's just such a popular place for shows to have Virginia as the, place that things are happening. We're always surprised about that. Ooh, the tallest man ever. The tallest man ever recorded was American giant Robert Wadlow. 1918 to 1940, who stood 8 feet 11 inches. Widow's size was the result of an abnormally large pituitary gland. You got to watch.
But he didn't live very long.
No, he didn't. It's kind of like dogs. Bigger dogs don't kind of live as long as little dogs do. But
Yep.
All right. So should we head on to the final frontier here? Give the callers one last chance to call us.
Sure.
At 434
394
0924.
John's going on. I think he's going to the bathroom to throw up.
Oh, man, this is such a fascinating job. I mean, there's just
really
nothing quite like it. Oh, my.
Okay, what about the oldest person? We've got the tallest person.
Yeah.
What about the oldest person? The oldest person ever to have lived, whose age could be authenticated, a French woman named Jean-Louis Clement.
Jean-Louis Clement.
Yes.
Voilà.
122 years old.
Wow.
When she died in 1997.
I actually think this might be old news.
Because I believe we've got some old people living today.
Yeah, I think I saw 128 not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Kurzweiler said first person to reach 150 has already been born. So that's going to be interesting.
That will be interesting. Oh, my gosh.
I missed an article the other day. It was on the Science Channel, and it was about what's the maximum amount of years that the human body could actually exist. And I wish I'd seen it because I have no idea what they were predicting. But I don't think it was. I think it was significantly under 200 years. Mm-hmm. So I think 150 might be around the cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
So. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that the Virginia Wine Festival is coming up this weekend.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's the 22nd. It's going to be from 11 to 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
The gates will open at 10:30. Now, we are still giving away a ticket at 9 o'clock, and we're giving a ticket away at 11 o'clock, if I remember. But if you don't win that ticket, you can always buy them at Benchmark Community Bank, Farmers Bank, Karen's Bridal, and the Sleeping Bee. So,
all great establishments. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also go to events. What is it? Event?
Oh, yeah, events.
What is it?
Anyway.
Oh,
yeah, there is a
website.
There is. And I think we have links on our Facebook page, and I think even on our regular website. So, or you could just call us.
Yeah.
At 434-394-0924.
I just want to tell everybody that Francis is doing well, as can be expected here. He has pretty much lost his voice, but he does have a microphone and an amplifier for that. Cards and letters, keep them coming, please. He so enjoys that, and so do I. And it's Francis Wood, 175 Crescent Road, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, and we're out of here. Everybody have a great weekend.